Ever felt your emotions spiraling out of control? Anger burning, anxiety racing, or sadness drowning you? What if you could calm them in just 5 minutes? I've been there. Last week, I snapped at a friend over a small mistake, my heart pounding, until I used Carl Jung's secret to regain my calm. In this video, I'll share 5 techniques to control your emotions fast, and technique number 3 is a game changer you'll wish you knew sooner. Plus, technique number 5 will unlock a hidden truth about your feelings. Stick around to reclaim your inner peace. This isn't just a video, it's your lifeline to emotional freedom. Carl Jung, the sage of the psyche, taught that emotions are signals from your unconscious, whispers from your shadow self begging to be heard. These 5 techniques, rooted in his psychology, are quick, powerful, and transformative. They've saved me from countless emotional storms, and they can save you too. Comment, "I'm in" below if you're ready to take control. Let's dive into Jung's secret and master your emotional world together. Carl Jung believed emotions are messages from your unconscious, like whispers from your shadow self, the hidden part of you holding fears, desires, and truths you've buried. When emotions overwhelm, it's your shadow crying for attention, demanding you listen. Controlling them doesn't mean suppressing them. It means understanding their message and redirecting their energy to align your conscious and unconscious mind. Jung's secret? Use quick, intentional techniques to hear your shadow and restore balance. Let's explore 5 techniques to master your emotions in minutes. Jung's shadow is like a locked chest in your soul, filled with raw emotional energy. In 1916, he faced his own shadow through visions of chaos, developing techniques to engage the unconscious, which inspired modern psychology. Historical figures like Frida Kahlo used emotional expression to channel pain into art, reflecting Jung's insights. A 2018 Journal of Personality study confirms that conscious emotional engagement reduces stress, aligning with Jung's approach. These techniques are your key to unlocking that chest, transforming chaos into clarity. What emotion is your shadow whispering right now? Comment, "I hear it" to start this journey. Here are 5 techniques to control your emotions in 5 minutes, rooted in Carl Jung's psychology. Each is a fast, actionable tool to calm your mind and harness your shadow's energy, like a lantern in a storm. They're simple, powerful, and designed for instant relief, blending Jung's wisdom with practical steps. Reflect as we go. Which one speaks to you? Your emotions are the shadow's voice, raw and untamed. Jung's individuation process, uniting conscious and unconscious selves, teaches that mastering emotions is a path to wholeness. Each technique includes a story, a metaphor, a science-backed insight, and an exercise to deepen your practice. Let's master your emotions together. Technique number 1. Ground your shadow. Jung said overwhelming emotions arise when your shadow feels disconnected, pulling you into chaos like a ship lost in a stormy sea. Grounding reconnects you to the present, anchoring your soul to the earth. Here's how in 1 minute. Find a quiet spot, stand or sit, and feel your feet pressing into the ground. Breathe deeply, imagining roots growing from your soles, sinking deep into the earth. Name your emotion. "I'm angry," "I'm anxious," and with each exhale, let it flow into the ground, dissolving its weight. Repeat for 60 seconds, feeling your body steady. It's like planting your heart in sacred soil, unshaken by the winds of turmoil. I used this when anxiety surged before a presentation, naming my fear and feeling my feet. Within a minute, my heart slowed, and I spoke with confidence. Sarah, a friend, grounded herself during a panic attack at work, whispering, "I'm scared," and breathing deeply, regaining clarity to lead her meeting. Another time, my brother James used grounding during a heated argument, pressing his feet down and naming, "I'm frustrated," cooling his temper instantly. A 2019 Frontiers in Psychology study found grounding reduces cortisol, easing emotional overwhelm. Grounding is your anchor, pulling you back from the shadow's tide. Jung's persona, the social mask, can disconnect you from your body, amplifying emotions like a storm without a shore. This technique roots you in the present, aligning your conscious and unconscious mind. For a deeper practice, try this exercise. After grounding, write 1 sentence about what you felt, like my anxiety felt like a tight knot. This reflection strengthens your connection to the moment. Try it now. Press your feet into the floor, breathe, and name one emotion you're grounding. Anger, fear, sadness? What's anchoring you right now? Your shadow stirs when you're unmoored, but grounding restores your power. Sarah's clarity saved her day. James' calm rebuilt his bond, and my confidence shone through. This technique is your first step to emotional mastery. Are you ready to ground your shadow? Comment Technique 1 if this resonates. Pause. Take a breath. Feel your feet on the ground. Does an emotion want to settle? Your shadow speaking. Comment, I feel it, below to honor its call. This break resets attention, encouraging early engagement. Let's continue. Technique number 2. Name the shadow's voice. Jung taught that unnamed emotions gain power, as your shadow hides in the fog of vagueness, growing louder in silence. Naming them brings them into the light, shrinking their grip like a spell broken by a spoken truth. Here's how in 1 minute. Pause and ask, what am I feeling right now? Pinpoint it. Anger, sadness, fear, overwhelm. Say it aloud or write it. I feel overwhelmed. Then ask, why? And name one trigger, like, I'm stressed about a deadline. Spend 60 seconds clarifying the emotion and cause, speaking or writing with focus. It's like shining a lantern into a dark cave. The shadows retreat when seen. I named my frustration during a family argument, realizing it stemmed from fear of conflict, and the clarity diffused my anger in moments. Mark named his sadness after a breakup, writing, I feel lost because she's gone, finding peace and understanding. My sister Emma named her anxiety before a job interview, saying, I'm nervous about failing, and felt her tension ease instantly. A 2020 emotion study showed labeling emotions reduces amygdala activity, calming the brain's stress response. Naming is your flashlight, illuminating your shadow secrets. Jung's principle of making the unconscious conscious drives this technique, stripping away emotional mystery. For a deeper practice, write your named emotion and trigger, then add one word describing how naming felt, like relief. Try it now. Take a breath, name one emotion you're feeling, and say or write its trigger. What's the shadow's voice saying? Your shadow thrives in silence, but naming disarms it. Mark's naming sparked healing, Emma's clarity boosted her confidence, and my diffused anger saved a relationship. This technique cuts through emotional fog. Are you ready to name your shadow's voice? Comment Technique 2 if this hits home. Pause. What's one emotion your shadow's hiding? Anger, fear, sadness? Say its name, even in your mind. Comment, I named it below to claim your clarity. This break deepens introspection, driving mid-video engagement. Let's keep going. Technique number 3, dialogue with your shadow. This is the game changer you'll wish you knew sooner. Jung believed your shadow has a voice, a message waiting to be heard, and dialoguing with it calms emotions like a storm whispering its secrets. Here's how in 1 minute. Close your eyes and picture your emotion as a figure. Anger as a fiery warrior, sadness as a cloaked wanderer, anxiety as a restless spirit. Ask it, what do you want me to know? Listen for a word, phrase, or feeling, like you're scared or you need rest. Thank the figure, saying, I hear you, and take a deep breath. Spend 60 seconds in this dialogue, letting the message settle. It's like befriending a raging river. It calms when you listen. I dialogued with my anxiety before a deadline, picturing it as a trembling bird that said, you're enough, and felt instant relief, focusing with ease. Lisa faced her anger after a betrayal, seeing it as a red wolf growling, you deserve respect, and cooled her rage in a minute. My cousin Alex dialogued with his grief, envisioning it as a gray figure whispering, you're allowed to mourn, and found peace. A 2021 Journal of Counseling Psychology study found imaginative dialogues reduce distress by fostering self-understanding. Dialoguing is your bridge to the shadow's wisdom. Jung's active imagination technique inspired this, making your unconscious an ally. For a deeper practice, write the figure's message and one action it suggests, like rest more. Try it now. Picture your emotion as a figure. What does it look like? Ask, what do you want me to know? And listen. What's its message? Your shadow speaks when you listen. Lisa's dialogue led to boundaries. Alex's peace sparked healing, and my relief boosted productivity. This technique is a revelation. Are you ready to talk to your shadow? Comment Technique 3 if this blows your mind. Technique number 4, Redirect the shadow's energy. Jung saw emotions as raw, untamed energy from your shadow, like a wildfire that can destroy or create. Redirecting it into action prevents overwhelm, transforming chaos into purpose. Here's how in 1 minute. When emotions surge, move your body. Shake your arms vigorously, take a brisk walk, or dance to a beat. Imagine the emotion as a fiery stream flowing out through your movement, leaving you lighter. Say, I release this energy. Spend 60 seconds moving with intention, letting the emotion flow. It's like channeling a raging river into a mill's wheel, turning power into progress. I danced out my stress before a meeting, shaking my arms and saying, I release this, feeling focused in a minute. Tom ran to release grief after a loss, whispering, I let this go, and found clarity. My coworker Mia shook off her anger after a client dispute, dancing briefly and saying, I'm free, regaining her calm. A 2018 health psychology study showed movement reduces emotional intensity by releasing energy. Redirecting is your outlet, shaping emotional fire. Jung's sublimation, channeling raw energy constructively, inspired this technique. For a deeper practice, after moving, write one word describing the released energy, like freedom. Try it now. Shake your hands or step in place, imagining an emotion flowing out. What energy are you releasing? Stress, anger, sadness? Your shadow's energy is neutral, and integration shapes it. Tom's run sparked healing, Mia's dance restored professionalism, and my focus aced the meeting. This technique is your outlet. Are you ready to redirect your shadow's energy? Comment Technique 4 if this sparks you. Technique number 5. Reflect on the shadow's lesson. Jung taught that every emotion carries a lesson from your shadow, like a star guiding you through a dark night. Reflecting on it restores peace and reveals growth. Here's how in 1 minute. Sit quietly and ask, what is this emotion teaching me? Consider its message. Anger might teach assertiveness. Sadness might urge self-care. Write or say one lesson, like, I need to set boundaries. Breathe and let the lesson settle for 60 seconds. It's like finding a gem in a stormy sea, illuminating your path. I reflected on my fear before a speech, learning it taught confidence, and felt calm in a minute. Rachel reflected on her sadness, learning it called for joy, lifting her spirit. My friend Sam reflected on his frustration at work, realizing it taught him to delegate, and felt lighter instantly. A 2020 Journal of Positive Psychology study found reflection enhances emotional regulation. Reflection is your guide, turning emotions into wisdom. Jung's individuation emphasizes learning from the unconscious. For a deeper practice, write the lesson and one action it inspires, like take a break. Try it now. Ask, what's one lesson this emotion is teaching me? Say or write it. What's your gem? Your shadow is a teacher, and reflection is its classroom. Rachel's reflection sparked joy, Sam's eased his workload, and my lesson fueled courage. This technique is your map. Are you ready to learn from your shadow? Comment Technique 5 if this inspires you. Before we recap, let's pause for echoes of the shadow. Your emotions have spoken. Through anger, fear, or sadness, your shadow's revealed its wisdom. Jung said, the shadow is a moral problem that challenges the whole ego personality. These techniques are your tools to meet that challenge, turning emotional chaos into growth. Take a moment. Which technique felt strongest? Grounding, naming, dialoguing, redirecting, or reflecting? Grab a journal or just think. Write one word that captures your shadow's message today: fear, rest, boundaries. This is your step toward emotional mastery. Comment, I hear my shadow with that word to honor your truth. This pause is your invitation. I journaled confidence after using technique number 3, and it shifted my perspective. A 2021 self and identity study found reflective writing boosts emotional clarity, echoing Jung's wisdom. Your shadow's not your foe, it's your guide. Share your word below, and let's light the path together. So, those are the 5 techniques to control your emotions in 5 minutes, inspired by Carl Jung's secret. Ground your shadow, rooting your body to the earth. Name the shadow's voice, illuminating hidden feelings. Dialogue with your shadow, befriending its wisdom. Redirect the shadow's energy, channeling raw power. Reflect on the shadow's lesson, finding growth in every emotion. These tools turn emotional storms into stepping stones. Which one hit home? Drop it in the comments, number 1 to 5. I read every one. If technique number 3 was a game changer, tell me why it blew your mind. Quick quiz. What's your shadow's strongest message today? Calm, clarity, or strength? Comment your word. Want more Jungian tools? Check out the next video for deeper emotional mastery. It's a must-watch. Share this with someone needing emotional peace. They'll thank you. Comment, I shared the calm if you spread the word. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell to keep mastering your inner world. Let me share a story. My friend Leo used technique number 2 to name his anger after a work setback, realizing it was fear of failure. That clarity led him to ask for help, turning his day around. Jung's wisdom is universal, science and stories prove it. Comment your technique, share your story, and let's build a community of emotional masters. Your emotional journey continues. Watch 5 more Jungian emotional tools to deepen your mastery, or explore how to integrate your shadow self to unlock your full potential. Subscribe to join our community of soul seekers, and follow us on social media for daily inspiration. Share your favorite technique in the comments to inspire others. Your emotions are your power. Master them now.